Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly Forex analysis. If you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be alerted anytime I upload a new video. If this video was helpful to you, please do well to like it, comment and also share. It was a wonderful week, right? It was really a wonderful week. Last week rather, we only look at 3 pairs, although they didn't get to our entry point, but they moved according to the analysis for last week. And within the week, I dropped a video in the free Telegram group, and the analysis was awesome. All our expectations were met in that video, right? So now let's quickly look at what we discussed last week and the video I posted on the free Telegram group and see how the market respected our analysis. Right, the link to the Telegram channel is on the description of this video below. Alright, so let's look at what happened the week that just ended. Now, last week during the weekly analysis, we first look at Euro card on the 4-hour time frame, where we were expecting price to pull back to this elder block, then we'll buy to the upside, and this was what happened. Price didn't come back to it, but it continued to move up. So price didn't get to our point of interest. Then we also had Euro USD on H4, that's 4-hour time frame, where we're expecting the price will pull back to this zone again, then we'll sell to the downside. And again, Euro USD didn't get to the zone, which is the other block. It rejected from here and even came back up here, then dropped. Then we were also expecting Euro USD. I said on last week that price will either continue to drop down or it get pulled back to the zone, then I'll look for an entry. But the result was price continued to drop down and further. Then we were also expecting the gold on 1-hour time frame. We're expecting the price will pull to this other block, then will sell to the downside, and this was the result. Price didn't get to the zone, it just continued to drop. Then looking at GBP card on the video I posted on the group, so I posted this analysis on my Telegram group, and let's look at what happened after then. So here we're expecting price got to this other block, but it didn't give me an entry. So we're expecting a price may come back to it, then we will buy, and this was what happened. So price actually came back to it, then took off to this high, then broke below. Then we also had NZD USD on the 4-hour time frame, where I said we're expecting price to come back to this other block, then we'll sell to the downside, and that was what happened. Price came back to the other block, drop, came back again, and that was how price dropped on NZD USD. Then we're also expecting GBP NZD, that price will come back to this other block, then we'll look for a buy setup and buy. Then this also happened. Price did not also come to the other block, but from here it traded away. Maybe it got rejected from this particular candle. Now we're also expecting GBP AUD on 4-hour time frame. We're expecting price to come back to this other block, then we'll buy to the upside, and price nicely pulled back into the other block and bought to, as we expected. Then I was also expecting Euro NZD to pull into the zone, then buy to the upside, and that was what happened. Price actually pulled into the zone and bought. That was on Euro NZD 4-hour time frame. Then Euro AUD was already on the zone when I was doing this analysis, and that was it. So Euro AUD, and it moved up, came back again, then continued to the upside. Then we were expecting AUD USD to sell from this other block, and this was what happened. Now let me just say this: the reason I always tell us not to buy or take a trade directly from the other block when price pull back to it is because of something like this. Price may decide to come and take out this high before dropping. So if you set your pending order, maybe you extend your stop loss, you may be profitable without trade, but you should drop down to a lower time frame and look for an entry before selling. All right, so AUD USD came back, took out the high before selling, and we're also expecting AUD CHF to sell from this other block, and that was it. Price pulled back to it, it sold to the downside as well. So those were the setup we had within the week, although we look at only 3 pairs on the weekly time frame, but I'll send another analysis to the Telegram group, and they all did very well. So it was a profitable week for us, right? So if you stick to my analysis, I'm sure you're going to make good money from the market. Now let's look at the pairs we'll be watching for the week we are entering. Right, so right now I'll start from the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, we'll start with Euro JPY. So on Euro JPY, you can see that this high has been taken out, and we're left with an order block here. So I'm expecting price pull back to this order block, then we'll look for a buy setup on the lower time frame. So that will be somewhere around here, right? So yes, so we're looking at somewhere around here on the 1-hour time frame. So when price comes back to this zone, we'll start looking for buy setup, then we'll buy. That is for Euro JPY. We're also going to be looking at Euro NZD. For Euro NZD, we have seen another block was created here before price. Okay, so this other block, okay, price didn't touch it. Let's zoom in and see. Okay, price has not touched the other block, so I'm expecting price to pull back to this other block, to this zone, then we'll start looking for buy. So I'm going to buy Euro NZD if price pull back to the zone and give me a buy setup. NZD CHF is the next pair I'll be looking at on the 4-hour time frame. So this other block, I'm expecting price to pull back to this other block, then I'll begin to look for my sell entry, then sell NZD CHF. Then lastly, on 4-hour time frame, I'm looking at NZD USD. So on NZD USD, I'm looking at selling from this other block if price pulled back to it. So I'll look for my sell pattern, my sell setup, then I will sell NZD USD. Then moving on to the 1-hour time frame, I'm also going to be looking at AUD CHF. Starting from AUD CHF on 1-hour time frame, this is where I hope to sell. So you can see lower low, lower low. This lower low has been taken out, so I'm expecting that price will give me a sell from here. So if price pull back to this other block, I'll look for my sell. I'll start looking for sell trades and sell AUD CHF. AUD NZD is the next pair I'm looking at on this. So AUD NZD is already on an order block. I after this high was taken out with this break of structure. So as market will open, I will start looking for buys on NZD, sorry, AUD NZD. So currently I don't have an entry yet, so I'll still watch to see if I will get an entry to buy AUD NZD. NZD CHF is also a pair we'll be looking at on the 1 hour time frame. So we have a setup on it on 4 hour, so we're also going to be looking at it on the 1 hour time frame. So if price pull back to this order block, then I'm going to look for sell setup to sell NZD CHF. Then USD JPY is another pair I'm looking at on the 1 hour time frame. So on USD JPY, we have a break of structure here, which left us with this order block. Although it's very close, but if I'm going to see a sell setup, and if price pull back into it, I'm going to look for a buy setup, not a sell setup, to buy USD JPY. Then finally, I'm also looking at Euro USD, though this is still a 1 hour time frame, but from here you see price was coming down here. So we have this lower higher low, lower high, then we have this lower low and another lower high, then finally a higher low, then this lower high was taken out with this grab. So price may continue to the downside, right? But if price give me a buy setup here, I'm going to buy it. So is that a price break through this zone and continue to the downside, or it gets rejected from here? So I'll be watching out for Euro USD to buy Euro USD. So that's the last pair I'll be watching. So I'm still expecting that price will drop. This 5 minutes time frame, I'm expecting that price will drop to this order block on the 5 minutes time frame. Then I look for a buy setup on Euro USD. If I don't see the setup, I'll allow it to go, right? So I wish you all the best. Take the weekend to study the market, look at what has happened in the past, and improve yourself. Thank you and have a nice weekend.